Welcome back everyone to LBS Responds To episode number 75. So yes guys, I'm finally back after almost another 2 months. Very strange how this series always tends to be the one that I kind of forget about and kind of push back always, although this is like my favorite series to pretty much film and upload. You know, I love doing these. I'm always a big fan of answering questions, you know, whether it's over DMs or comments, especially in videos. And I usually love doing these. I always do. I mean, even now, like, I'm glad I'm filming this finally. I just feel like it's one of those that does take quite a while to edit, and I'm not too sure why I don't upload these as much anymore, but I'm trying to get back into once a week, so let's get right into the questions for this week, guys. If your questions are not answered in today's video, be sure to ask them down below for next week. There's quite a few of these questions in this comment section that are pretty outdated, involving like the gunship and a few other things, and like leaks and stuff that were like, you know, 2 months ago relevant, so not as many questions for this video, but let's start off, guys, with the first one. Starting off, guys, with Maxwell Hale. He says, my wanted list is extensive, but I'm between spending $800 on the UCS Falcon or $800 towards 10 plus retired sets that I want. What would you do? So in that case right there, I would truthfully say go for the UCS Falcon. So at this current point, there's no official retirement date for the Falcon, but a lot of people are speculating, you know, definitely by the end of 2022, if not by the end of 2021. I mean, there's definitely some possibility it could be retired, you know, December 31st, although it could be one of those that sits on the shelf for 8 years. Who knows? I mean, just like the Death Star. So it could be one of those on the shelves for a long time, but I truthfully think, if you look at it this way, you know, the UCS Falcon is retail $800. So if you go and spend $800, you know, plus tax, of course, so like almost $900 out the door, that's, you know, you're getting the fairest deal you can for it, technically. But the retired sets, at the end of the day, there's a lot of opportunity for you to find cheaper deals and older, you know, Facebook Marketplace deals, especially if you're not looking for a sealed one. So the retirement or the retired sets have a lot more capability of really kind of fluctuating in the market. Of course, they could go up, you know, but the UCS Falcon, the second it retires, that's going to go up like to $1,000, $1,200, $1,500. It could even go all the way up to like $2,500, like the old one eventually. So I definitely think at the end of the day, the retired sets are pretty much already at their, you know, retired value. Like, there's very few chances it will go up in value, and even then, again, there's always opportunity to find a good deal on it. So I truthfully, if I was in your position, I would get the UCS Falcon. That's definitely on my list pretty soon here. I want to do a live stream series of it, but my recommendation is the Falcon, of course. Thanks for your question, man, and let's move on to the next one. Moving on, guys, to Zigil Smolders. He says, will he be picking up this year's $800 set and the gunship? I would love the live builds to be back. So yes, guys, the gunship is being bought August 1st. I'm going to the Woodfield Mall or the Northbrook Court Mall in Illinois. If you guys are going to be there or, you know, plan on going there, I'll be at either one. I'm not too sure yet. I'll do one final poll probably like maybe 2 or 3 days before August 1st and really just kind of see who's going where. At this current point, there's about 4 or 5 people, you know, fans. No one that I know personally, but there's about 4 or 5 people that have told me through Instagram DMs they will be going to either one. So at this point, I could go to either one, but I'm leaning a little bit towards Northbrook maybe. It's a little bit of a smaller mall, might be a little bit more low-key, and, you know, if there's still the same amount of you guys, you know, that I can go meet, I'm down for that. So I'll be buying that August 1st and doing the live builds. I won't be doing it the night of, but the Monday night and Tuesday night, Wednesday night, probably 3 nights of streaming, I'd assume, about 2 hours each night. It took David, what, like 7 hours almost to build his, so if I do 3 streams at about 2 hours each, maybe 3 hours each, you know, have a few people on there, that is the plan. And then also the $800 set, not right away. I don't plan on doing that day one unless it is like a prequel set all, you know, out of the blue, like not the UCS AT-AT. If it is the AT-AT, the Falcon's definitely above that on my list personally. So still trying to get the Falcon eventually. Would rather get that over the AT-AT, but both of those will be bought eventually, and live builds will be back. So thanks for the question. To Collector Empire _KM, he says, yep, that's what I meant. LOL, great job. Non-LEGO question, but what'd you get into Star Wars? Black Series helmets ever? Also, do you think the Black Series helmets or LEGO helmets are more worth the money? So I've got one Black Series helmet I was able to get for, I think, $40 down from 100. It's the Poe Dameron helmet. I've personally just used it for display ever since. I took one picture of me wearing it, like, what, 3 years ago, and other than that, really have not cared for it. I'm very glad I didn't pay $100 for it, but there's a few of, like, the Clone Troopers, and I think there's, like, what, a Jango Fett or a Boba Fett one that just came out. That I think it looked pretty cool. I definitely think it's a cool display piece. In my personal opinion, I mean, if I was going to pay the same value for each, say, like, you know, a $60 Black Series helmet or a $60 LEGO helmet, of course I would pick the LEGO helmet. I'm just a LEGO fan, and there's probably going to be more eventual value on that LEGO set. And just in general, I mean, if I have more money, of course I'll buy both. But at my current point, I think the LEGO helmets are probably technically more worth the money too. Again, just for like longevity, but who knows? I don't really pay attention to Black Series that much. But yeah, there's the answer to that. Moving on, guys, to Mike and Nike Productions. He says, out of all the sets that are in the frame right now, which one is your favorite? So let's go back there and look, guys. The ones that are in the frame, I mean, hypothetically, I mean, I think these two down here are in the frame. So, I mean, the Vader bust is definitely pretty cool. But I think, honestly, one that I just wish, like, was still around and I would pick up a lot for is the $9.99 Imperial Battle Pack right here. I would love for that to be on the shelves again. I would buy many, many of them. So that's probably my favorite behind me. Of course, if I was going, like, Hype Beast kind of, of course, I'd choose, like, the Nebulon over here. I've got 3 of them. But yeah, guys, probably the Imperial Dropship, if I'm being honest. Moving on, guys, to Wade Wilson. He says, why have people bought out figures like Brick Daddy? I've got one right there behind me. I've never got the chance to buy one. People artificially raised the price by doing organized buyouts. So that was like 2 months ago, and even then that was pretty late. I'm very late to game on it. I have a video. I've had a thumbnail made. I've had kind of a sort of script made about the whole LEGO minifigure to the moon thing. If you guys have probably seen the thumbnail on my Instagram. I still want to upload that at some point, just kind of giving my thoughts on it. Yeah, it's pretty much like over and done. I mean, I'm not really buying any minifigures anymore like that. But I still want to give you just my overall idea of it, since there's quite a few people that still random people that DM me on like a day-to-day basis, week-to-week basis, that ask me like, why did I do that? Why am I doing it? Still bringing up, why'd you buy 10 Bail Organas? Like that happened 5 months ago. So I still want to do like a clarification video and just kind of give my truth of it, as I always do in my videos. I always like to give my truth, my opinion on it. So I'll definitely upload that at some point. Pretty soon here, hopefully. Maybe next weekend. Who knows? But yeah, the answer to your question will be in that video, man. Alright, guys, moving on to the last question for this video. Again, it was kind of all over the place. I'm really kind of having to skim through these and make sure I'm not doing one that is, not relevant to today's, kind of standard. Again, like questions that were 2 months ago, that asking about leaks and stuff really aren't relevant now. Moving on, guys, to the last one. Bombito's Brick Studios says, what set will you get the most of from the Summer Wave? What set will I get the most of? I mean, of course, probably the Bad Batch shuttle if it's on clearance. Like, I plan on hopefully getting like 10 of those on sale and keeping like 5 to 10 of them sealed long term. But I mean, overall, I mean, the most of, maybe the Mandalorian Starfighter I might get 2 of eventually if I can find a deal of and like build it, actually build both of them. But other than that, there's really not anything coming out in the summer that's like meant to be armyable, I guess. Like the UCS Gunship, I would hope to eventually get 2 or 3 of them built and then 1 sealed. I mean, that's the plan if I can come up with that money, but definitely 1 built to those and 1 sealed to those. If I can build 2 and keep 1 sealed, that I guess would be 3 and probably the most out of all the sets. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on that. So let's close off the video, guys. Sorry, guys, for this video kind of being all over the place. I want to thank you guys all for watching, though. Leave your comments for next week. Any questions involving LEGO, personal life, Star Wars, anything. I wanted to get this video out. It's coming out on a Friday, a little bit of weird timing, but who knows? I might maybe change them to Fridays. I don't know. I was doing Wednesdays for a little bit there. Then I was doing Thursdays, and now I might do Fridays. Who knows, guys? Be sure to leave your questions down below. Thank you guys all for watching. I appreciate all the support in the past week. See you guys all in the next one. Bye, guys, and stay safe.